One of the worst sign companies I've ever seen, they had over 4,000 items on their floor. Remember Legos? What do you have 4,000 different Legos to build a little spaceship? Shoot me. How many different ways can I build it? But if I only gave them 400 different Legos to build from it, what do you think they're going to do? They're probably going to get it right a whole lot faster. Inventory is super important. You can save a lot of money by buying in bulk, that's for sure, and then just not have so much. All right, how's everybody doing? Oh, it's another good one. It's going to be another great day. I guess you live in San Diego. They're all great days here, but hey, I can still be happy about it. Let's see here. Memorial Day weekend. That was nice for a 3-day weekend. It turns out that we actually had our landlord was re-asphalting. And so we actually got kicked out of our suite Thursday and Friday, and they asphalted Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They dug it all up. And so we actually had a 5-day weekend because we had to shut the sign company down for 2 days. So that was enjoyable. So coming off a week-long vacation, I was at work for 3 days and then 5 days off again. Yeah, that was kind of nice. I'm not going to lie. Nice and recharged and ready to hit the ground running. So one of the things that I like to do in my company is go to the balance sheet, take a look at something and say, okay, how am I going to drill down? How am I going to dig down into this? Does this number end up going down to my profit and loss sheets, my P&L? And then how can I change that number for the betterment of me? How can I get it better in the black? How can I hit that, make to the bottom line and make it more profitable in the company? And this week or so, last 2 weeks actually, what I've been doing is looking at the inventory. Now, for all you cruel accounting majors out there, the inventory is on the balance sheet and it's an asset, and that is actual money that we're going to consider the company has as a tangible asset that technically we could turn around and sell. And what we do is we put the asset on the balance sheet books to say, hey, we have X number of dollars in raw materials sitting on our floor. Now, why is that important? Well, if I spent $20 on LEDs, I would want to show somewhere that, hey, I have $20 worth of LEDs sitting on my floor. I don't want to say, oh, that's a lost expense. It's going to hit my bottom line, but I can't show for anything because technically I have a raw material sitting on the floor that I want to show for it. If you're in the cash accounting world, then WIP reports and inventory and all that's not as important. And frankly, if you're using the cash system, we have bigger questions for you because you all should be on the accrual system. You want to see when your expenses and your profits hit in the same exact month to figure out if you are doing a job well done or you are losing the farm slowly but surely off of each project. If you're in the cash system, you can never figure that out. So in the accrual system, we want to know exactly where expenses are and where our profits are each month so we can see what we're doing. And at the same time, that balance sheet does have an asset on there, and that asset is for inventory. So I decided to dig down our inventory and say, okay, how can I make the inventory section more profitable? Now, there's 1,000 different ways you can go about this. So let's talk about a couple of the main ones right now for you. Number one, go into Squarecoil, go to inventory, go to your active inventory and pick an item that you use all the time. Inside of there, you're going to have usage. It's one of the tabs inside the inventory item. Take a look at it. What type of usage are you doing on those materials? Are you using it every day? Are you using it every 3 days? Are you using it just once a month? How much are you touching that product? Is that product sitting on your shelf for up to a year, year and a half before you chew through it? Or are you using it every 2 to 3 weeks? Those are the type of questions you want to ask yourself, because if you're using it every 2 to 3 weeks, what should you do? Just want to take a moment to talk about Squarecoil here. Squarecoil has been powering the signage industry since 2011, and we're only growing bigger and better and stronger every single day. Some of the latest updates have just made my life a lot easier. I'm sure it's going to make your life a lot easier. So if you haven't checked us out, go ahead and get on our website, squarecoil.com, take a look. And if you have an outdated key, an old software program that's going to be closing its doors this year, definitely take a look at us because we can make that transition real simple for you. Take a look at squarecoil.com. Continue the way you're doing it, or should you be buying in bulk? Now we're going to buy bigger purchases. Now you can team up with your wholesalers and say, hey, I want to buy a pallet and a half, but I don't want to receive a pallet and a half right now. My shop's small. I don't have the space for it. Or frankly, I don't want it on the books because that much product is going to take me 6 months to chew through. I know a couple of wholesalers will say, no problem. You buy the whole pallet, but we're giving it to you, a section of it each month until the pallet's gone, but we'll give you the pallet pricing. Awesome wholesalers are great to work with. I suggest you tap into that. But buy in bulk is a big percentage. If I buy one or I buy 50, quantity discount, just like what we sell in the sign world, that's what you're going to be doing for your inventory. So that's number one. Were you using or are you not using? Number two, if you got 2-inch square tube, 3-inch square tube, and 4-inch square tube all sitting on your floor, do you need all those different sizes? Can you get away with 2-inch square tube and not have 3 or 4, or just 2 and 4 and not use 3? Some companies build it in a certain way and they want to have all the different sizes. Hey, if it's faster labor-wise to have the different thicknesses of like the tombstone style signs, awesome, great, all for it. But if you don't have to have all those different raw materials on the floor and our guys have a smaller pack to pick from, it might be a lot easier. One of the worst sign companies I've ever seen, they had over 4,000 items on their floor. 4,000 items. Remember Legos? What do you have 4,000 different Legos to build a little spaceship? Shoot me. That's so much information. That's so much. How many different ways can I build it? But if I only gave them 400 different Legos to build from it, what do you think they're going to do? They're probably going to get it right a whole lot faster, and they're going to find the pieces that they need. Same with your sign guys. You give them 400 to 500 raw material items to pick from in your inventory, it's going to be a whole lot easier. So maybe not have such a big plethora of different pieces that you need. For us, then we have 2 different LEDs, and we have 2 categories of the 2 LEDs. We have 4 different LEDs in our shop. That's it. That's all we need. Big signs, little signs, doesn't matter. We're all good. Only 4. I don't need to have 15 different types of LEDs sitting on my stockroom floor. It's too much. That's another place you might want to consider changing up a little bit on this one, is what inventory you have on hand. Number 3, don't be afraid to shut down old inventory items. If you still have neon products and you got rid of your neon bending area, 2 decades ago, you still have neon products in your inventory, time to clean that up, to deactivate those inventory items. You don't need them anymore. Next time you do a physical inventory count, write do not inventory, DNI, get rid of it, write it off. It is what it is. That's a product you're never, ever going to use again. And if you were going to use it, that's probably not a sane product that you're going to be able to viably use anyway. You have to go buy a new one anyhow. Round file it, call it a day, throw it in the trash can. Let's go ahead and change what we need to there. Updating the inventory in such a way is the inventory that we're using the best that's out there? There's new and exciting stuff hitting the showroom floor all the time. You might want to consider looking at that. Some of the staples, acrylic, let's not lie, that's a staple. That's not going anywhere. I'm not talking about that one. Whatever. Maybe Realmark has a new line of laserable material. Maybe it's a better fit, better price point. Those are something you want to look at. We all know how much we love ACM. ACM's cheap, easy to build, rigid, works great for channel letterbacks, unless you're in Florida. We all know that one. But it's a whole lot easier to use. So that's another upgrade there. So we got rid of, I want to say, 063 white aluminum we hardly carry anymore. ACM took its place. We always have to have it white for, letter reflection inside the channel letters and all that fun stuff. But 063 white, I don't really care anymore. We used to buy that by the pallet. So there's a couple little changes there. Inventory is super important. You can save a lot of money by buying in bulk, that's for sure. And then just not have so much. Not only that, your team is going to love you on physical inventory day when they only have about 400 items to count, not 2,000. That's going to be a rough one. But having your inventory inside of Squarecoil, that's paramount. That's simple. That's a no-brainer. Thing takes care of it. Every time you buy something, it goes right into receiving. You receive it. It debits your inventory account, updates the pricing, so you don't have to update your pricing inside the system. It automatically does it for you. One less headache in your plate. So bunch of good things with the inventory, but that's another place. So I'm trying to figure out a way to cut a little bit of cost. Hey, 1-2% that I can pick up. If I keep doing that every couple of weeks, it's going to add up real quick. What are you guys doing with your inventory? Definitely take some of the ideas here. And if you don't have an inventory control system, by all means, hit up one of the Squarecoil reps and they'll walk you through how easy it is inside our system. Talk to you next week.